people, we are outside the port city, and I realized something. If you press select, you move significantly faster. Actually, it appears if you press select, everything moves faster. But it's kind of annoying, so I won't do it for now. This is the mine in which the rusty armor, I believe, is kept. And where we have to find that one miner whose girlfriend is the flower shop keeper. Of course, we're going to find him. Plot dictates it. But first, let's get the treasure, shall we? Plenty and plenty of treasure, which I probably don't need, but hey. I like loot, okay? I have recently got into Baldur's Gate, and I find it bloody addicting. By the way, these zombie bills are dangerous because it can put you to sleep and poison you. And sleep doesn't work like Final Fantasy. If you get attacked, you don't wake up automatically. Sometimes sleep won't last a single turn, other times it seems to last 10 turns. You can lose a lot of HP when you're asleep, and especially when you're poisoned. Now, if I remember correctly, there is no treasure, or there is no plot significance this way. But I want to show you people the entire dungeon and all the treasure that is to be found before we go along and move along with the story. Plus there's new enemies. I'm asleep, son of a bitch. See, this is what sleep does to you. It can make you lose a bunch of turns, and you can lose a lot of HP doing that. So let's heal up. I recently spoke with my publisher. It looks like they expect me to do more editing on my end, which is going to be a failure because I'm not as educated a writer as they would like, and well, yeah. When I send in my final copy of Exodus, it's still going to be an editing nightmare, but I'll humor them for the sake of progress. Also, they are debating, they've mentioned to me starting a Kickstarter campaign in an effort to get the book in people's hands sooner than possible. Pretty much if you donate money, you get an advanced copy or what have you. You get digital copies while they're ready instead of it being released way before it's released. And they're talking about releasing digital copies of my book one by one. So Genesis buy separately, Exodus buy separately, and so on and so forth. I don't know what to think of it. I posted the idea on social media, and I seem to be getting a significant amount of hatred for it. I guess as soon as you ask for money, people automatically assume you're a shill. Truth of the matter is I haven't even asked for money. The Kickstarter hasn't even happened. I'm just trying to figure out if I should go ahead and do it, or if it's a waste of time. So far, it appears to be, well, a waste of time. People. I cannot stress how much I don't like people. They are just assholes. Like, if you don't have anything nice to say, keep your fucking mouth shut, okay? Like, I don't go around pissing people off for the sake of pissing people off. Well, I shouldn't say that, my entire book is meant to piss people off, but I mean, I don't go around saying mean things to people. And these people are just, I don't know what they want. I don't know what they expect out of me. Like, it's an editing nightmare, and there's just been a complete, miscommunication on my end. I didn't realize my publisher was expecting me to send in more books, to send in my edited copy of the books ahead of time. I thought they were going to do it on their own. Oops, sorry, didn't realize that was what they were expected of me. But man, is it taking its sweet ass time. Anyways, now that I know what's expected of me, my publisher is hoping to do a book a week of editing and the like, so hopefully my book will be available sooner than I thought. It's just I have to put in an effort on my end, which I didn't realize I was expected to do till now. Oops, oh well. Miner's trinket. What the heck is a miner's trinket? Oh, yeah, that is something I need to do now. I could travel all the way back, but frankly, it's just faster for me to exit and re-enter the dungeon. I'm not going to force you people to backtrack just simply because it saves me MP. We are almost done this chapter. I'm not sure if I'm going to do Dragon Fantasy Book 2 immediately because, well, I don't have editing software, and Dragon Fantasy Book 2, it could really benefit from it. So anyways, yeah. I've been playing Wild Arms, which is a JRPG that I honestly never heard of till recently. I bought it off of the PlayStation Network. It alerted to me because it had what appeared to be a Western theme to it. And while the cutscenes seem to have a Western theme, the game itself, not so much. So yeah, this is the ghost of the miner, so I guess we have to go back to her now. This is a part of the game that requires a little bit too much backtracking for my like. But hey, backtracking seems to be a staple in most, if not all, JRPGs, so what do you expect? Heck, what did I expect? Oh well. Hopefully you people won't mind. It's just it would have been nice if the warp spell lets you warp to dungeons as well instead of just going to towns, but, well, that'd be a little bit too much, wouldn't it? So now you have to go back to the mine and put flowers on his grave. How fun, more backtracking, and all this just to get armor that, well, I'll let you people do this. This is going to be a little bit of a longer episode because I just don't want to break it up right now. I want to get this portion of the story completed ASAP. I really do like this game. I'm hoping Dragon Book Fantasy 2 is just as good. It does appear to be just as good, but I haven't been playing it that much. As I said, I've been playing Wild Arms instead, and I've also been playing Final Fantasy VIII. I've decided, as I think I've mentioned this before, but I've decided to play through the Final Fantasy series, the classic Final Fantasy series anyways, chronologically. So I've played 1 through 7 right now, some of them for the first time. Playing 8 right now, which is probably the JRPG I've played the most. It was certainly the first I completed. Will always have a special place in my heart for me, but I also understand why so many people just can't stand it, because it is a very grind-heavy game. Now, as I've said, I don't mind grind-heavy JRPGs, depending on how you level grind. Final Fantasy II, the original Final Fantasy II, not the Super Nintendo version. I don't like the way you grind in that game because you don't necessarily level grind, you grind individual stats. I might be doing it for my channel, but I'm very hesitant to because, well, I just didn't like it. But now that I have a better understanding of how to grind and how to prepare myself, I might give it a second look. It's a good story, and I certainly prefer the story and even the overall gameplay better than the first Final Fantasy. I don't think I ever had to use a guide, or I never felt lost in Final Fantasy II, but, well, again, that grinding. That fucking grinding. Ooh. It is slow, it is tedious, and I just didn't like it, so if I were to do it, it will be later on. I will be doing Final Fantasy, the original Final Fantasy, the PlayStation version or the PSP version. If I can play the upgraded version of a game, chances are I will. But again, I am going to wait for editing software to do that because, well, I don't want to put you people through that many random battles. It's bad enough I'm doing random battles in this game, but fortunately they're quick. In later chapters, the random battles aren't as quick. You face multiple enemies, so you'll have to deal with that. But again, the battles are done with in a jiffy. This is a very quick game, and it makes the random battles a little bit less tedious. In Dragon Fantasy Book 2, the random battles kind of follow a Chrono Trigger aspect. You see the enemies in the battlefield before you get attacked by them. Now, I've yet to go into the overworld in it, but I imagine it will be the same. You see the enemies on the world map before you get attacked, and you can potentially avoid them. I will be doing it, it's just a matter of will I be doing it immediately. Here's the boss of this dungeon. He's a little bit tough, but again, I've been level grinding like a bitch, so... excuse me. He shouldn't be that much of a problem. I have a bunch of herbs, I have healing magic. I'm going to use Hilaria for this. Ooh, shit. I did not want to be poisoned. I forgot this guy could poison you. When you get poisoned, it is a bitch because you will lose a ton of health. Oh, somehow you've killed me more dead than I was before. Yeah, how do you kill something that's undead? He doesn't even know how that works. Saying that, you do not find the hero's armor here. So, where the hell is it? Well, that miner who's dead found it and hid it from you. He was going to keep it himself, that fucking bastard. Not that I do the same damn thing, chances are if I were a miner and I found a piece of armor, I'd want to keep it too. If not for a situation like this where it will be beneficial for me to wear armor, at the very least as a trophy. Or maybe even sell it if it were worth some coin. If it were worth some money, I will definitely sell it. Now, where is that fucking miner? I forget if he is at the, ooh, my capture card almost dropped. I forget if the miner is, where I left him with Sally, Harry and Sally, ha ha ha. Or if he's back in town with his girlfriend who seems to have a bit of a necrophilia fetish. Kinky little woman, I guess she likes a stiff corpse. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a necrophilia joke and all the obvious ones are escaping me right now. Come on, hit this fucker. Hit this fucker! Come on, you can do it. There. Now, is he, yeah, he's in the, he's there. So now you have to go to the Oasis and find the armor. Fortunately, it's easy to find and not that difficult to do. Oh shit, I didn't want them to repeat that. So let's warp out of here, Exitus. Healing spell. And let's find that piece of legendary armor. Fortunately, unlike the classic games, this game is copying. When you have to find something, it's not that difficult to find. It's not like see? Here's where the legendary armor is. It's fairly obvious. That's the oasis in the desert. You don't have to warp anywhere. Or you don't have to go around and press X and find the pixel perfect spot where the armor is. Or where whatever it is you're looking for happens to be. Now, there is some new dialogue from this kid. Yeah, friends with a ghost, that'd be pretty damn cool. So now you come in here, speak to the dead people, or speak to the, those people. Here's the old woodsman. Now that you found all the legendary armor, you have to go and find the legendary sword. This is the final part of the game, and I am going to be level grinding even further just simply because I can. So, take care everybody. Bye.